Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Weeks after resentencing, Julie Chrisley is back in Federal Bureau of Prisons custody, site states. According to the Federal Bureau of Prisons site, disgraced reality TV star Julie Chrisley is back in their custody. According to Chrisley, star Julie Chrisley is officially back at Federal Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky, as of Thursday, October 17, 2024. She was not in BOP custody for weeks due to her resentencing hearing in the tax evasion and bank fraud case that sent her and her husband, Chrisley Knows Best, star Todd Chrisley, to prison. Since January 2023, Julie Chrisley has been an inmate at FMC Lexington. For a few weeks, dating back to at least September 22, days before her resentencing hearing in Georgia, the prison site that tracks inmates had Julie Chrisley as not in BOP custody rather than the FMC Lexington location. At that time, Julie Chrisley was in the custody of the U.S. Marshal Service. Here's what we know. Julie Chrisley resentenced to 84 months, $4.7 million in restitution for tax evasion, bank fraud. Last month, a federal judge ordered Julie Chrisley to continue to serve her 7-year prison sentence there for tax evasion and bank fraud. The 51-year-old matriarch of the Chrisleys, who became famous from the USA Network hit show Chrisley Knows Best, appeared in federal court in Atlanta on September 25 for a sentencing hearing 3 months after the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals found that the lower court miscalculated Chrisley's prison time, citing lack of evidence of her full involvement in the bank fraud scheme for which she and husband Todd Chrisley were sentenced. Before the resentencing hearing, a September 22 records check showed Julie Chrisley was not at FMC Lexington. The not in BOP custody status changed October 17, according to a Bureau of Prisons records search on the reality TV star. However, the BOP site has routinely listed a release date of April 22, 2028. The BOP site is a record locator for inmates and does not explain what not in BOP custody means. The site does note that a pretrial inmate may have been removed from custody by the U.S. Marshal Service and subsequently released by the court with no further notice to the BOP. Todd and Julie Chrisley's daughter, Savannah Chrisley, who attended the resentencing hearing in Atlanta, mentioned her mother in a September 25 DVSB TV story. "She's okay. I think the transport process is a process that no one knows, and it's probably the most inhumane process, especially for women. There is no reason a woman should be transported with over 75 men and only be one of 4 women. There's just no reason that should be happening," Savannah Chrisley told Channel 2 Action News. "I spoke to her last night. I can't imagine what that process is for her. It's tough." The couple's son, Chase Chrisley, and the family attorney, Alex Little, also attended the Atlanta hearing, according to news reports. What happened to Julie and Todd Chrisley? Why are Todd and Julie Chrisley in prison? In June 2022, Todd and Julie Chrisley were found guilty of tax evasion and defrauding community banks out of more than $30 million in fraudulent loans. In January 2023, the Chrisleys traded their luxurious lifestyle for prison. While Julie Chrisley is serving time at FMC Lexington, the 56-year-old Todd Chrisley is serving time at FPC Pensacola, described on its site as a minimum security federal prison camp. The couple was sentenced to 7 and 12 years, respectively. An October 17 check on the Federal Bureau of Prisons website shows Todd Chrisley will be released June 26, 2032, more than 2 years earlier than his original 12-year sentence. Weeks after her resentencing, Julie Chrisley has returned to the custody of the Federal Bureau of Prisons, a move that has sparked a renewed wave of curiosity and speculation surrounding her legal battles. The reality TV star, once adored for her role in Chrisley Knows Best, is now facing a far different reality, A World Behind Bars. Fans and critics alike have been captivated by the Chrisley family's rise to fame, their legal troubles, and now the aftermath of their sentencing. Julie's return to federal custody marks a significant chapter in a story that has been anything but predictable. The Chrisley family saga first unfolded in the public eye as a tale of wealth, charm, and Southern flair. Julie and her husband Todd, the patriarch and matriarch of the Chrisley family, became household names through their reality TV show that depicted their luxurious lifestyle, sharp wit, and close-knit family dynamic. However, beneath the glamorous surface, the couple's financial dealings were coming under scrutiny, and it wasn't long before federal prosecutors were hot on their trail. Julie and Todd were convicted on charges of bank fraud and tax evasion in 2022. According to prosecutors, the couple had been living a lavish lifestyle funded by years of deceit, using fraudulent documents to obtain millions of dollars in loans and avoiding taxes. The Chrisleys, who had always presented themselves as the picture-perfect American family, were suddenly embroiled in a very public legal battle that exposed the darker side of their fame and fortune. Despite their claims of innocence and their emotional plea to fans, they were sentenced to lengthy prison terms, Julie receiving 7 years and Todd sentenced to 12. Julie's original sentencing seemed like the conclusion of a drawn-out ordeal, but life behind bars is a story in itself. Initially serving time in the Minimum Security Federal Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky, Julie had reportedly adapted to prison life as well as one could under such circumstances. Gone were the high heels and tailored dresses, replaced by the standard-issue khaki uniforms of federal inmates. Her days, once filled with the whirlwind of cameras, production meetings, and glamorous events, now consisted of mundane routines, limited personal freedom, and time spent with other inmates whose stories were far different from her own. But in an unexpected twist, Julie's case was revisited. Her lawyers had filed appeals, claiming that the initial sentencing was too harsh and arguing that the trial had been marred by errors. The courts ultimately agreed that certain factors had been overlooked and a resentencing was ordered. While some hoped that this might lead to a reduction in her sentence or even a possible release, the final ruling did not significantly alter her fate. Julie was once again sent back to the Federal Bureau of Prisons to continue serving out her time, her return symbolizing that her legal battles were far from over. The Federal Bureau of Prisons is not a place where most people find themselves after becoming household names, and Julie's story highlights a unique intersection of fame, fortune, and failure. While many prisoners quietly fade into the background, Julie's notoriety ensures that her every move is under the microscope. The reality TV star turned inmate has remained a topic of public fascination, both because of her fall from grace and because of the ongoing curiosity about how someone accustomed to such privilege navigates life behind bars. Reports from those familiar with her case indicate that Julie has tried to keep a low profile during her time in prison, focusing on adjusting to her new reality. Family members, especially her children, have been vocal about their struggles with seeing their mother behind bars. Savannah Chrisley, Julie's daughter, has taken on a prominent role in the family's public defense, speaking candidly about the emotional toll of having both parents incarcerated. Savannah's social media updates are often filled with heartfelt messages of hope and resilience, painting a picture of a family trying to hold itself together despite the weight of its legal troubles. The Chrisley family's once glamorous empire has taken a hit, but they remain a fixture in pop culture. Their story, filled with high-profile court appearances, tabloid headlines, and the ongoing drama of life after conviction, continues to captivate the public. Todd and Julie, who once controlled the narrative through their reality show, are now in the hands of the legal system, their future uncertain and largely out of their control. As Julie returns to federal custody, questions loom about how much longer the Chrisley family will remain in the public eye. Reality TV has a way of holding on to its stars, even long after their prime. Shows like The Real Housewives have demonstrated that scandals and legal troubles often boost ratings.